Hey everybody, welcome back. We're on Unit 5, the long-run consequences of stabilization policies. Maybe better named, the short-run and long-run consequences of stabilization policies. What we're on right now specifically is subunit 5.2, the Phillips curve, and we are on part 2 in this subunit. In this video, we're going to be focused on the long-run Phillips curve. But let me very quickly recap part 1. In part 1, we talked about the short-run Phillips curve, and we found out that the short-run Phillips curve is got a negative slope. It is downward sloping, showing an inverse relationship between the inflation rate and the unemployment rate in the short run. Remember, going along with that, guys, we said that we are always on the SRAS. That's right, we are always on the SRAS. We also said that, hey, AD is more unstable than SRAS. So I have AD shifting here, right? I've got it shifting right, I've got it shifting left. And the idea is this: when I go from here to there, guys, inflation rate's going up, unemployment's going down. And when I go from this dot to this dot to this dot, the exact opposite is happening. Inflation rate's going down, the unemployment rate is going up. So as we move from between these dots, we have this inverse relationship between the inflation rate and the unemployment rate, LRPC. But now we need to talk about the long-run Phillips curve. So now I have drawn in our long-run average supply curve. Let's talk about us going to each of these dots and what would happen in the long run, okay? So what is the long run? The long run is when nominal wages and all input prices really have adjusted to changes in the price level. The thing I mainly focus on is when nominal wages have adjusted to changes in the price level. So let's talk about going from this dot to this dot. That'd be falling into a recession, okay? That'd be giving us an equilibrium, or a real GDP equilibrium, right? YE less than YF. We're in a recession. Well, when that happens, cyclical unemployment goes up. And eventually what's going to happen is workers will have to accept a lower wage in the long run. That's key. So if we wait for the long run to happen, i.e. we don't intervene in our economy, okay, what would happen in the long run? Workers would eventually accept lower wages. And when they did, this SRAS curve would shift to the right, and we would end up right there at that new equilibrium. Key point is, look at those two dots, okay? They're vertically aligned. Now, if we went into an inflationary gap, in this situation, we actually have zero cyclical. We're dipping into frictional and structurally unemployed workers right now, which puts a lot of upward pressure on wages, okay? We have an incredibly tight labor market, and so wages would start to go up in the long run. Those nominal wages in the long run would start to go up, and when those nominal wages went up, that's the cost of production increasing. SRAS is going to shift to the left, okay, and we would end up right there, okay? So take a look at these three dots. Those are all long-run equilibrium dots, okay? These two dots, yes, we can be there, but only in the short run. If we allow the long run to happen, if we don't intervene in our economy, and we allow nominal wages to adjust, we will be brought back to full employment output. We'll be brought back to this YF curve. So what does that mean for our Phillips curve? Well, I've kind of already given it away. It means our long-run Phillips curve is going to be vertical, okay? Take a look at this. Why is that? Well, in the long run, we are always returning to full employment. So our unemployment rate is going to be our natural rate of unemployment. Remember, when we're at our natural rate of unemployment, we have zero cyclical. That is true of full employment, but we do have structural and frictional, okay? So full employment we associate with being at our natural rate of unemployment. So where am I going to anchor this? The NRU, the natural rate of unemployment. So our LRPC anchored at the natural rate of unemployment. We will return to there in the long run. Now, the price level is going up and down, all right? So inflation rate can go up and down. But in the long run, since we're going to return to our NRU, we want to draw a vertical line because we will always be at our NRU in the long run. And so what's the relationship between the unemployment rate and the inflation rate in the long run? There's not one. There's not one. Inflation rate can go up, inflation rate can go down, we can have disinflation, deflation, whatever you want to say, inflation. In the long run, we're going to end up at our NRU. There is no relationship between the unemployment rate and the inflation rate. Think about it this way, guys. In the long run, we are going to end up on this curve the same way that we're going to end up on that curve in the long run. Hope that made sense to you. We'll see you in the next video.